Oh man, so do you guys remember Pastor Mike Todd, man? See, myself personally, I honestly forgot who the brother was, but I was in the gym on a treadmill, you feel me, trying to get right, doing my cardio in the morning. I'm starting my tour days, you feel me? I'm trying to go from slob to God. The fitness journey on the way. I'm gonna tell y'all more about that at a later day. But what I'm trying to do in the morning is listen to positive things to start my day. So as I was doing my cardio, I tapped in with Anthony O'Neill. You know, he has a podcast that talks about a lot of financial stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and see what was going on. So I was listening and it was really good. And then it dawned on me who Pastor Mike Todd was. So let's see if y'all remember this situation that went viral at the beginning of 2022.
Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty.
Yeah, boy, that was disgusting. And he even had to admit to it himself, bro.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing Monday. I just want to acknowledge what happened yesterday when the spit hit the fan. I watched it back and it was disgusting.
But within that podcast, Anthony asked Mike a great question as to how he dealt with that vicious backlash from that situation. And we got to tap into this. This was a good response. It was a good response, man. We're going to watch this together. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's your boy Stacy. Lego.
I'm curious, man, the human side of you. When the spit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And you're sitting at home with your wife, sitting at home with your kids, and it's just hitting the fan. How is Mike dealing with that trauma? How did you feel as a human being when we all know your heart? People who know you, people who love you. Like Mike, you really came from a sincere, passionate place.
Definitely.
Not trying to be disrespectful, especially to your own brother. But it's like when you're at home, how did Mike receive all of that attention, the blogs? How did you, one, deal with it? And then two, how did you heal and move forward with it?
So the first thing is I didn't receive all of it. There's no way I could have received all of that and not still been hopeful for the community God called me to reach.
That's good.
So I had to protect everybody by protecting myself.
Wow.
And many times, especially in this day and age, we feel like we have an obligation to consume the critique. That's a decision.
Mike, say that again.
You do not have to consume the criticism or the critique. You can make a decision to disconnect. And because of all of the therapy and the counseling and the knowing myself and the self-awareness, I'm a fighter. Like I will pick up every comment and say, all right, come on up here and let me, like, that is my natural nature is let's fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but my rejuvenated spirit-led self said, you need to be in silence and you need to protect your soul. And so you got to cut it off. Within 4 hours of everything starting to go on, I had somebody on my team watching everything and I went dark. I got on a plane. I went to Napa with my wife and a couple of accountability that walk with us through everything. And we sitting at a vineyard for the next 5 days. I don't know what's going on in the world. I could not receive everything that was coming because I was not built to have that much information on my soul.
Mike, stay right there though, Mike, because Mike, talk, now you talking to me and they just listening.
Okay. I couldn't have that much information on my soul and still not let it turn into venom. And so this is where you turn against the very audience you're supposed to reach because they hurt you. And I knew that my calling was bigger than this moment. And so I had to cut connection. I had to turn off the comments. I had to go away and I had to protect my soul to the point of where I had to be okay if the world had my name, but I still had my soul. Like I had to literally go through the motion of thinking like, what if I walk in a room and this is what everybody thinks of me? Mike, how are you gonna deal with that? Yeah, okay. And I was role playing, like I'm sitting on the balcony of that hotel looking at the vineyard And you know the crazy thing about this, I couldn't have planned this. This happened in January, late January, and this is my first time at a vineyard. And I'm looking and I'm like, I thought this thing was supposed to be full of grapes and all this other stuff. But every day, all these people are coming back and all they're doing is cutting back these vines. Everything is naked. But I'm watching them every morning at 6 a.m. as I'm out there worshiping. They're cutting back these vines, and it's whole groups of people. And then I read in the book of John that the ones that God loves, he prunes so that it can produce much more fruit. All the spit hitting the fan all of the other controversies that was God's way of pruning me in front of everybody. So that not because I was doing bad, it was the ones that produce fruit that he prunes. He was like, yes. No. I need more fruit out of you. So the only way that I can get you more fruit is to put some more crap on you, put some more fertilizer on you, and cut you back. And I feel good right now. As he cut me back, what it did was it started putting the nutrients of my faith into the right places and calibrating my life into a place where it was like, that doesn't matter anymore, and that matters a lot more. And it was focusing where I put my attention, my energy, my effort, my prayer, my anointing. And what ended up happening with me is it just started a process of producing more fruit, bro. And so the human side of it is I hated that something that pure in motive was taken out of context. Yeah. But I knew that God was doing something in me that it only could be done that way. And on the other side of it, bro, they messed up. Like, I'm just saying, like, through this whole process, I lost the fear of losing.
Wow.
Like, I had to literally go through the exercise of being okay with losing everything. They can have a church, they could have the buildings, they can have a house I live in, they can have my name. The one thing they can't have is my purpose.
Yeah.
And once I became okay with losing, it's just made me so dangerous. Yeah. Because all I have to do is focus on what God has called me to do and not focus on even the reaction. The output is the effort is my job. The outcome is his job. And as I stand in this place right now, bro, I'm grateful for this last season. I couldn't have got here any other way. And it just makes me so excited to share this message because I've lived being damaged but not destroyed. And yeah, man, I feel I feel that so many people listening to your podcast specifically, they've had areas of their life that it's damaged their self-esteem, their credit, their business, their ideas, their ability to try. And they're trying to wonder, should I even do it again? And I just feel led to encourage you. Yeah, the value is still in you. There's a person on the inside of you, on the other side of this trial, this tribulation, this trouble, that is going to experience triumph. And that person is depending on you to do the hard work now, so that you get to the place you are intended to be, your destiny. God can take all damage and redeem it and turn it into destiny.
You know, I appreciate you for saying that, Mike, you know, because it's like, man, I'm like you, man. I and I'm just gonna be honest and vulnerable here. To this day, I read every single comment.
No.
Mike.
No.
But and I'll be honest, man.
You made me have to drink some water on that. I got to drink some water.
I read, and when you just said that, Mike, I said, I'm about to have Rebecca, my social media person, I'm about to have her read all that stuff. Because, man, I've responded to people in ways that I should not have responded because they took what I said out of context. Yeah. And because they attacked my character, they attacked my integrity. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm trying to save you money. What do you mean? You know? Yeah. But they're like, oh, you don't get it. You got this, da-da-da-da. You this, you a sellout. I mean, I've been called every name, from you're not black enough to you're too white to, you know, I even just say it, it's my show. You a nigger, you a sellout. Yeah. And it's like, man, those comments took me to a dark place.
Yes, sir. That's the
Where
only place
even my
they can
team was
take
like,
you.
yo, what is up with you? Like you're snapping, you're moody, you're not your even your content is not even good. Because now, because I was reading all the comments, now I'm not speaking from my heart, my gut, my spirit. I'm not speaking what God told me to say.
Yes, sir.
I'm speaking back to them Negroes that
Yes,
I saw
sir.
in my
Yes,
in
sir.
my comments.
You speaking to Jesus Man 919 who lives in his mama's basement. That's who you speaking to. Yeah, I know.
And what I heard you say was, as soon as that stuff happened, I went to my wife, who was a part of my life.
Yep.
And then I went to an accountability couple.
Yep.
And we got the heck out of town.
Yep. And cut off all social media.
All social media.
What are you talking about? You do not have access to me when I'm in vulnerability. You cannot be in the operating room with me, and you're not a trained doctor.
Okay, so in another portion of that interview, he told Anthony O'Neal to take those comments and turn into content. Don't respond to them, just make it into content. I do that myself sometimes, but sometimes I still be in that comment section, you know, talking back and stuff, because I like the engagement. I do ask you guys to engage, even if you don't agree with me. But sometimes I be in, you know, it get kind of spicy, but I got to watch myself with that. But to continue, let's talk a little bit more, you know, give you my insight. But first of all, at the end of the video, go ahead and check out the full podcast. That's Anthony O'Neal featuring Pastor Mike Todd, all right? I will put the link in the description below, okay? But yeah, just speaking about how he dealt with that social media storm of negativity, man. It can all be so simple, but we'd rather make it hard. Loving. All right, that's too far. But y'all know what I get that from, man. Shout out Miss Lauren. But sorry to my church folks right here. We a little secular on this channel. I'm sorry. Y'all may have came over here for pastor. But all he was saying reminded me of this old Tyler the Creator tweet when he was like, ha 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 ha. How the F is cyberbullying real? Ha ha ha. Nigga, just walk away from the screen. Like, nigga, close your eyes. Ha ha. I think about that every time I think about like somebody being cyberbullied, bro. Just close your app. Turn off notifications. Remove yourself from the situation. And once again, this makes me think about when I'm covering content and someone does something wild or says something stupid, and they start to receive a crazy influx of negative comments, and that wave of negativity is making them feel stressed out, affecting their mental health. And I always feel like, damn, I just think you're electing to be a part of that, bro. You're choosing the problems, you're choosing the chaos. And it can be hard because I get caught up into it too. Like sometimes comments on here throw me off, or on other social media platforms, people start acting weird in the comment section. But if it ever gets too weird, all I do is press mute and hit the deuce, man. You ain't finna throw me off like that. If I feel myself getting like overwhelmed, I'm like, mute, and I just go on my life. I just go and live life. Like within the past month or so, on 2 occasions, 2 of my close friends hit me up about 2 separate weird interactions online with people replying to a comment I said like that. And even one of my homies said that he was in a thread arguing with folks and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, bro, I ain't even peep. I ain't even see it. So you have to learn how to disconnect. You got to. And if you can't, then you have to do a diagnosis on yourself to understand why. See, some of us pour so much into these apps that we begin to forget our real lives. To the point that your consciousness is more present in this phone than in the actual real world, man. That's why Mark Zuckerberg thought it would be easy to launch Meta, you know, giving people an online avatar basically. Because subconsciously, many of us have already made that transition. So when your virtual world is at risk of an apocalypse, your real soul shuts down. That soul that has to operate your real body, the one that got to go out there and make some money, the one that has to study, the one that has to be a parent, the one that got to eat, the one that got to wash your ass. You become completely discombobulated and can't perform basic tasks. Just don't neglect the real you for your avatar. Use social media wisely, make an effort to create separation, and I promise whenever you need to, you will be able to separate just like Pastor Mike Todd, you feel me? But hey, that's my little spiel for the day. It's your boy Stacy. Smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for content just like this and all the updates and other things on the channel, man. That's your boy Stacy. I'm out.